Okay, so.
Settle down, Spacey.
Yeah. Take a seat, Spacey. So we're going to bring in the Toronto Rock Cheerleaders in just seconds, talk about what has been, talk about the championships in Toronto. Why did they not mention the Rock? They probably won more in the last 10, 15 years than almost all the other ones combined.
Yes, exactly.
We get to the Rock Cheerleaders coming up after this great moment. Is this 2011? 2011, yet another championship for the Toronto Rock. And there it is, yet another championship for the Toronto Rock. As I said, the success that they've had is amazing. And so now Russell's trying to going, why do we have a back of the head girl shot? Well, the reason we have that is because we have girls in the studio and not in a weird Louis C.K. way. Here on rawmickrichards.com, we have the lovely, and it's the Toronto Rock Cheerleader. There's no nickname.
No,
Has anyone?
sadly, no, not really.
Why is Jamie? Why is he cheaping out? Why can't he? He's got money. I know he has a lot of money. So, why can't? Has anyone thought about having, or has it just always been the Rock Cheerleaders?
Well, our hashtag is Rock Cheer.
Yeah,
So
Rock
that's a
Cheer.
little
Rock
bit-
Cheer, that's right too. Because over the last 6-7 years, we've had a lot of them in, and Kelly would come in, Nora Jean and Krista. They would all Alicia, because does she do cupcakes still? Do we know? Is Alicia still doing cupcakes? Do you know who that?
No.
Oh, okay, that's very disappointing. Very disappointing for me. And people are going, okay, Matt Lauer, what do you mean cupcakes? What I'm saying is they actually were real cupcakes, as in baking the cupcakes, not in.
Yeah, I don't know the story.
No, then
Yeah,
in the other like creepy. How are your cupcakes doing? Okay, so let's just pull the microphone a little closer. We'll go from lovely lady to lovely lady.
Right.
And what is your name?
Hi, my name's Sarah.
Sarah, how many years have you been with the squad?
This is my second year with the squad.
Second year, and you're just passing along. And yourself?
Hi, I'm Marnie.
Look at Marnie. Marnie,
Marnie's ready to go.
Marnie.
So ready to be
No,
here.
no. that's
not
good.
shy. Marnie, how many years for you?
This is also my second year on the team.
Second year,
And I'm Kate. This is my third year.
and that's your third. Now, is the other Katie? Is she still? And Katie's
We have-
gone.
We have good news, actually.
Oh.
She's pregnant.
Oh,
okay,
So
okay.
we're like, is it a lacrosse player or a cheerleader?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I'm going to leave that last one alone. Well, it's a really cool legacy. Like the Rock Roadies and Jarrett. You might know Jarrett and all the. They just adore you girls. And I think sometimes in this day and age where people get a little, like everything seems to be, if you talk to someone that's a cheerleader or one of the crowd, it's creepy. Like everything's creepy. You're creepy. That's. But the reality is, and at least it's been my experience, anyways, especially with the Toronto Rock, that those group of individuals who go to the games and they're diehards. They go to a lot of games. It's like they're your protectors. It's like this massive family that it's not like someone that you should fear and go, oh God, here he comes again. It's like, kind of the big brother-ish kind of. They really do look after you, don't they?
They do. Actually, I remember the first time I met Jared, the first thing he said to me was, if anybody bothers you, come to us. We got you.
And it's been that way now. Are you doing in terms of promotions? Are there there's calendars? Have you done the calendar yet?
No,
No.
there's no calendar.
No,
Sadly, I know.
really? Oh no.
We did a photo shoot, and our pictures will be up on the website soon.
Okay,
On
but
Monday.
they're going to be up on Monday on the TorontoRock.com. But there's going to be no calendar this year. Oh, Jamie, what is going on?
Unfortunately, I know.
Yeah, let's see the size of the car he's driving to the game, though. See what I'm saying? There's some money somewhere. We're missing this. And now the first game. Who are we playing first game? What's the first home game?
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it's the Saskatchewan Rush coming to town, but I think it's on the road. You start. Is it the Bandits? Who's the first game?
Bandits on Friday, the 8th of December.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Do you guys make the trip to Buffalo at all for that? Considering it's sort of close.
No, but last year we did go to
Okay.
one of the Buffalo games just as a crew to go to watch in the
Right,
audience. It was
right.
really fun. We don't perform there, but we've gone.
I know how that works when the girls go down to Buffalo. You don't have to. You don't have to explain to me.
Wasn't that the first time they won 2 in Buffalo in a while or something like that, which is amazing.
Well, because Buffalo, they're not our friends.
No.
No, and I would say, who do you think? Who's the biggest rival? Is it Rochester? Like who do you think?
No, Buffalo.
It's
I would
Buffalo
say
for you guys?
Buffalo over Rochester, really?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Well, it depends over the years, but because I know
Yeah.
Buffalo's been pretty heated, but Rochester also.
yeah.
Rochester,
Yeah, we're not friends. I think is what they're saying.
What's the geographically speaking? It's
Yeah.
always the closest towns, cities to where you are, right? So
Now, in terms of the commitment, so the team was probably picked over the fall, right? In September, is that when when the tryouts were?
End of September.
End of September. And so how did you get involved with this? Because a lot of times it's gymnastics or it's dance. Sarah, we'll start with you. How did you get involved with the team?
So I've danced since I was like 2, and I remember seeing The Rock posting that they were auditioning, and that's when I went to the audition and saw what it was all about. I had already been to a lot of the Rock games before, so I already knew the community, and that was something I definitely wanted to get involved in.
That's amazing. That's incredible legacy when you think about it. So where did you grow up? Like what's hometown for you?
I'm from Uxbridge.
I know
actually.
Uxbridge.
You guys know
Uxbridge Bruins.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. I'm originally from Stouffville. Don't get me started. See, it's also a little heated now all of a sudden. Uxbridge High School for you?
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You know what they say about girls from... Anyway,
no,
good for you. And Marty, where are you from originally?
I'm from Thornhill,
Oh, Thornhill. We just
Thornhill.
mentioned Thornhill. What high school for you?
Westmount.
I'll see West End.
I went for the dance program.
Oh,
Yeah.
so obviously, how long have you done
So
dance?
I've been dancing since I was 4, and I was in competitive dance, and then I studied in a professional dance company, and I actually am a professional dancer now,
Very
which is
nice.
amazing. And I've wanted to be a cheerleader forever. I actually met Kate 5 years ago, just for one day, and we had each other on social media. She was posting about The Rock. I went to the audition, and boom. It was like incredible, and it's the perfect team for me. I absolutely love it.
Well, and you bring up a point though, because you know, the time I spent in Calgary, so with the girls out there, and the dance aspect of it, it seems like it's getting harder. Like it used to be a time where it's like, here come the pretty girls. The music would come on, they'd be like, it's like it didn't matter, right? You're on the team. But now some of the choreography, if you don't have that, can you make the team if you don't have that background?
Usually not.
Yeah.
But you know what? Everyone on the team is such a great dancer that we all bring such great energy every single time. And I love how high quality the dancing is.
And Chris always says too, it also is about the personality, because she
Yeah.
can like help you get to that level. But every year the audition, she says the talent that's come out is bigger and better.
College for the dance program, and I have my own company as well called Sapphire Dance Productions.
okay.
It was Sapphire. Let's get that in there.
Yeah, let's get that.
Sapphire, absolutely.
What's the website?
SapphireDanceProductions.com.
Okay.
Just move that a little closer to you, Kate. So, and growing up for you was where?
North York.
In North York.
Yes.
And high school for you was?
Earl Haig.
Earl Haig. Fancy.
Arts High School.
Yeah, arts. Oh, yeah. It's like fame. And so now here you're all together. So is it mostly, because I'm looking at the pictures and I'm seeing a lot of the girls that I knew have obviously moved on. They get married. They have children.
And some of them are now your I guess the captain. Well, not captains. What would they be called? The choreographers, like Krista,
Yeah,
for
we
example.
have 2 captains
Right.
and then the coach.
Coaches,
So
right.
they all kind of choreograph.
Who's
depending on-
coaching this year?
Krista.
She's
So
a former
Krista is
dancer,
doing
right? 'Cause
that.
I think we've
Exactly.
talked to her in the past too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is her 3rd year coaching.
Okay.
It's her 3rd year now. Oh, my God. I can't believe that. No, she's awesome. Like, she's wonderful.
amazing.
Paola is not part of this?
No.
Okay,
she
so
comes to the boot camp and kind of gives like
yells
a
at you?
speech and it's
Yells
so
at you.
nice.
now when you do that, do you do any of the stuff in the facility out in Oakville? Do you?
Yeah, we do. We have
Yeah.
our preseason games there, and then our boot camp is all in Oakville as well.
It's a great facility. Sometimes when I talk about Jamie, and I actually haven't had a chance to see him in a while, but I know I will. You know, he's sort of the Mark Cuban of of that league. I mean, he treats everyone like it's the fact that facility is better than almost most like universities, even on the East Coast where lacrosse is so popular. And the one thing that he's always been really big on is obviously he has to have the right kind of people for his cheer squad, but it's attitude, because I've been to a lot of the tryouts where they come on and I'm like, whoa. Who's that? And I'll get the, no. Why? She won't fit in. She won't fit in. She's not part of. She doesn't want to be part of the team. She just would rather it if she were the only one out there doing it. And I think in this day and age, that's pretty pretty amazing to hear that kind of stuff. And as I said, 2 years for all you girls. How long do you think that you'll do this? How long?
I'm one of the oldest on the team, actually, if not the oldest. I think
Right.
I am, actually. So probably not too long for me, but 3 years has been amazing.
Is that average, do you think, for the girls? What is the average for that?
Like, I know Katie's been there for 3 or 8 years. So she was a long time, and then a couple other girls 5 and 6 years. So it just depends. I wish I found out earlier in my life, kind of after college, but I had no idea about it until 3 years ago. But it's okay. It's really fun. I'm making the most of it.
Well, good for you. And as I said, it's something that you make lifelong friends. Like most of the girls I know will always be friends forever. They move on. As I said, they get married. They do things professionally. Sometimes professions change, but they always come back, and it's always the girls. And I think that's pretty awesome. Now, when it comes to the team itself, how much are you involved in terms of knowing what's going on, expectations, stuff like that, or are you in tune with that kind of thing, or you just show up and I hope we win tonight?
We actually there's like 2 specific people that come in mind, Jonathan and Nolan, who we call them, like, we go to them for like any stats or anything like that. Like if we're like, how do you think we're gonna do tonight? They know all the information.
Yeah. So that's your inside information.
That's our inside information.
There you go.
So, Dave, you were saying it is the Bandits, but that is away. That's
on Friday, December the 8th. They're home to Saskatchewan on the 16th, and then I guess a couple weeks out, I guess you have the Christmas break, and then on the 30th, Buffalo is here, which Buffalo twice in the course of 3 weeks is pretty big for them.
On December the 30th too. That'd be a pretty good one to go to.
Yeah, right before New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
The
New Year's Eve
precursor.
to the New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. That's a new promotion. Don't steal it, Jamie. I just came up with that on the fly. Stop doing that. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for coming in. Awesome. As I said, you're beloved by the fans. And when I talk about entertainment and getting the bang for your buck, you can't beat a rock game. I mean, it's 2 hours and change. They're pumping in music all the time. When Bruce Barker did all that. They've carried that energy that he always has brought to the booth. So people are always cheering. You guys come out, you do your numbers, you're fabulous, and it's always, as I said, a competitive team, if not a championship, most times in Toronto. So if you have not been to a Toronto Rock game, I'm going to tell you that heading out and seeing the against the Saskatchewan Rough, that would be a rush. That would be a nice way to start it. And once again, December the 30th. So if you're all home for the holidays, you want to do something different that's affordable for the whole family. And I think that's really important.
16th is the home opener.
16th is the home opener.
Yeah.
And so let's go out and support the guys. And there's no mailing it in a lacrosse game. They once they're on that floor, I'm telling you, those guys are just giving it. They burn it. It's really exciting. If you haven't been, it takes a while to kind of get used to the rules sometimes, Dave. What is offside? And even some of the. Yeah, if you haven't seen a change where one guy's running down, he has to wait for everybody else to kind of change up. It's like one against the entire team for about 3 seconds.
With the girls, with the players, with the music, it's a rock and roll sports festival. That's what it is.
And a shot clock, just so you know. That's why it keeps moving. And a shot clock as well.
It's a lot of fun. It's great entertainment, and we thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
ladies.
and they have booze at the ACC. So I'm sorry,
yeah.
I'm Irish. It's very important.
It's such a nice community feel.
It is.
I absolutely love it.
I agree 100%. Thanks so much for coming in. So that's the ladies, the Toronto Rock. Once again, that is the 16th. That is the home opener. The 30th is when the Bandits, if you really want to come to boo and dislike somebody, I would suggest that's the game to do it.
What? We just become best friends? Yep.